just certain moves I can't do.
I was raised a Mormon. I did not know anyone who wasn't a Mormon. The only reason to speak to a non-Mormon was to convert them. Now, the Mormon Church, or properly called the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, is the one and only true Church of Jesus Christ. Catholics, other religions, they're sadly deluded. Now, the Mormon Church has the additional benefit of receiving modern-day revelations through their living prophets. I personally never received a revelation, but they are being received daily by our living prophet in Salt Lake. One of the first, most important revelations ever to come through a living prophet, the Garden of Eden is in Missouri. It's true. See, and Catholics did not know this. Now, when you have a living prophet, you also get to hear Christ's truth, constantly revised and updated as God sees fit. For example, when I was a boy, I wondered, why can't black people hold the priesthood? And my teacher explained, they're cursed with their dark skin, and they are being punished for the sins of their ancestors. Why are white people punished for the sins of their ancestors? And this is an answer I was to hear many times. The Lord works in strange ways. It is not for us to question his mysteries. Well, apparently somebody was questioning this particular mystery because the Mormons were being called bigots. But it's a commandment from God. There's nothing we can do. The accusations grew more and more violent till finally, in 1978, miraculously, our living prophet received a revelation from God. The curse is to be lifted. And black people could now hold the priesthood. Which meant they could get a shot at getting into the celestial kingdom. Now, when I say a shot, I mean a shot, because getting into the celestial kingdom is practically impossible. See, that's where God lives. To get in there, you have to be perfect. Now, one of the many requirements to reach this perfection is you must be married in a holy temple of the Lord and sealed to your family for time and all eternity. Now, if you did not make the grade to get into the celestial kingdom, there were lower kingdoms. And there were do's and don'ts to get into each one of those. I know those Mormons who smoked cigarettes and drank forbidden beverages like Coke, and I'd seen my mom do both at the same time. Those Mormons would grow visibly uncomfortable when the subject of kingdoms came up. I remember once my friend Jewel asked the teacher, all right, so like what if somebody gave you $1 million just to take one little puff, and then he gave all that money to the church? Would you still have to go into a lower kingdom? If you knowingly break God's commandments, you must pay the price. Well, I knew I would never have to pay the price. I was on the road to the celestial kingdom. But I worried sometimes about what road my sister Melba was taking. He is 12 years younger than my mom. So just think, when she's 60, he'll be 48. He is so cute. You are gonna die. He has this marvelous dimple in his chin. I think it's very sexy. It's right, you know where. Oh, wipe that off. Wipe that off. You must try this. I get these samples at Mom's shop. That's just so bitchin'. Look, pink on purpose. Yeah. No, I'm wearing peach with white over it. You know, the bishop doesn't even know it's my mom's 8th marriage. No, he thinks it's her 4th or 5th or something. Stand up a sec. You are going to have a heart attack. He has a really sexy, hairy chest. It kind of reminds me of Karen's brother, Mike. Yeah, except I think he's cuter. I think he's... What is it, Emmett? I'm trying to go to the bathroom, all right? Do you mind? Donna's going too. We are not. Well, there's something wrong with your nose then. He doesn't have to go. Better open the window. Do you think Mike's cute? Yeah, I do too, except he's going steady with Rita Barlow. She is so weird. Have you... I know, in those stupid white shoes. That poor thing, and if you notice, she never smiles. She never ever smiles. And you know why? I know why. It's because her mother... I can't, Donna, it's a secret. No, you'd have to... No, I shouldn't tell you, Donna. You can't keep secrets. Remember the time... But... I promise! Okay. You know her mom... You know her mom's... Her mom's sister Barlow? That's not her real mom. No, it's her aunt. And you know her aunt who visits her from Michigan? That's her real mom. That's weird. Her real dad? I don't know. It's sure not Brother Barlow, though, I can tell you that. Anyway, I think Mike is so cute. I love to watch him bless the sacrament. He always looks so serious, and he has all these cute little wrinkles in his forehead. And he has all this car grease under his nails. I like that. Except he's going to go on his mission in 3 months, and I'm going to miss him. Oh, please, you won't have to worry about her mom is gone. She's such a dork. I mean, I'm sorry about her mom or her aunt, whoever the hell it is, but I can't... Hey, it's not them. It's not them. I thought I heard their car. It's not them. Donna, I cannot believe it's going to be my stepfather. He's so bitchin'. Sure would be boss to be sealed to him for time and all eternity. The bat? Oh. Well, Mom says if he gets baptized, she'll stop smoking. Right? Yeah, haha, that's rich. Don't make me laugh. She's tried lots of times, but she can't. She's addicted to him. You know, my grandmother's even thinking of trying to get her to have a laying on of hands, you know, by the elders to see if that'll work. But I don't think... Don't tell anyone that, though, okay? Okay. I don't think it'll work. But I thank God, I don't think I'm ever going to get addicted. Look at this. Well, what a spaz. Pee in the kitchen sink. Jesus Christ, can I have any privacy? Oh. Oh, shit, I've got to stop taking the Lord's name in vain. Well, at least, thank God, I don't have to change schools this time. Every time she gets married, we have to move. I didn't even try to get to know anyone in Topanga. I knew that won't never last. Oh, please, he started drinking right away. I don't know. You know, my mom always said, she says, why can't they show their true colors before the ceremony? You know, I mean, she just got all her important papers changed back to her old name, and now she's getting married again. I swear they're going to think she's crazy down in motor vehicles. Can't wait for you to see him. He is... Wait, you mean for work? He's a cook at the... Oh, I mean the chef. I'm sorry. He got real mad at me because I called him a cook. He is a chef at the International House of Pancakes. In the valley. This weekend is going to be Torture City. Because, didn't I tell you, I can't go to the dance on Saturday night and Gordon's going to be there. Because she's getting married Friday night, and then she's moving all day Saturday and Saturday night because she says we must rest on the Sabbath. Everything has to be for schedule. And then she's going on her honeymoon Monday, where she always goes to Santa Barbara, and then she'll be back on Tuesday. But she says she'll take her real honeymoon later on when the shop's not so busy. Right, yeah, sure. And then Emmett and I are going to have to stay with my grandmother in the desert with nothing to do. You are what you eat. Sugar is poison. Vegetables save my life. He's very wavy hair. It's very sexy. Reminds me kind of like of Frankie Avalon, except he's much taller. I think he must... Do you remember the picture? Oh, did I tell you about Friday? You remember Christine? She was to chaperone the bluebirds at Big Bear, right? Well, guess what? She's been... No, I can't tell you this one, Donna. This really is a secret. No, but I swear to our Savior, Jesus Christ, you won't tell anyone because I'm the only one who knows. Okay. spent the whole night with that Darryl. Yes! Ew, yes, in his apartment the whole night. Ew, he gives me the creeps. Well, why hasn't he been ordained a deacon? That's what I want to know. I mean, how could she? Ew, do you think he's cute? No! What muscles? Oh, no, and all those cooties and boogers and pimples and stuff all over his face. No, I don't think he's cute. Well, I think he was raised a Presbyterian. So, we are not. Get away from the door, Emmett, and leave us alone! Ooh! I'm not going to call him Dad, by the way. I made up my mind. Every time she gets married, she said, well, of course you'll call him Dad. He's going to be your father from now on. Yeah, haha, that's rich. Don't make me laugh. No. I decided I'm going to just call by his name, Rusty. Emmett thinks so, too. Hello, Rusty. But I just know my mom is going to try to talk us into calling him... Shh, don't be nervous, give me puff. Okay, let's make this our last cigarette, Donna. Let's make a pact. We cannot get hooked like my mom. Besides, if you want to get a return missionary like Howard, he is so cute-hearted, you have to live the word of wisdom. So this is our last cigarette. That's it, okay? Just act normal. Don't stare at you. Just act natural. You are gonna die. You ready? I'll give you a signal, and we'll just say we're going to your place, okay? Here we go. Oh, Emmett, we're finished now. I knew the rules, and how anyone could not adhere to them and risk losing entrance to the celestial kingdom for time and all eternity was incomprehensible to me. I mean, my life was planned. I involved myself in every Mormon activity conceivable, from Mormon hayrides to Mormon Boy Scouts to doctrine, covenant classes, everything. I was very excited, you see, because in 2 years I would become 19, and that's the age when all Mormon men become missionaries. And then for the next 2.5 years, they get to spread the truth of Jesus' gospel from door to door in foreign countries at their own expense. I got up every morning and went to seminary school for 4 years to prepare myself for this mission. And I felt spiritually armed against all the worldly temptations. Except I wasn't prepared for one thing: biology. See, my Sunday school teacher's daughter, Patty, offered me a ride home from sacrament meeting one night, right there in Santa Monica, in her dad's pickup truck. And, well, before I knew it, her capris were down around her ankles, and that pickup became my vehicle to hell. It was my first real sin. But I understood the repentance process, so I went into my room and got on my knees. Oh, dear Lord, I am so sorry. I have disgraced my priesthood. I did it with Patty. Please forgive me, Lord. I know Patty already has. And I promise you I will never, ever, ever do it again. And I didn't. For 2 weeks. After that, things kind of snowballed. Now, Lord, I did do it with Patty again, and I am very, very sorry. I know it's the 17th time, and I promise you I will never, ever, ever do it again, and we will get married. Good. Now, as if all this wasn't enough, I had just taken a job at an Orange Julius stand in West Hollywood. And one night, one of the customers, male customers, offered me a ride home. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, it's better than waiting for the bus. I sat so close to the door. I sat in the crack between the seat and the door. And I did nothing to encourage that man reaching over and grabbing me. And I did nothing to encourage the next man either. Or the man after that. I mean, I was just making polite conversation and saving on bus fare. I couldn't be accountable for their perversion. And I explained that to God every night as I fled from a car into my room onto my knees. Oh my God, you're not going to believe this. Oh, but of course you already know. I let that man put his hand on my knee. I'm sorry, Lord. Please forgive me. I was weak. I will never, never do it again. 2 days later, Oh, Lord, I let that man touch me, you know where. I am so sorry, Lord. I was wrong. Please forgive me. I will never do it again, and I'll take the bus from now on. 3 days later. Oh, God, this is serious. What was I doing at the pier? I spilled my seed in that man's mouth. Please forgive me, Lord. I am so sorry. I was so weak. But, you know, Satan's temptations are overwhelming. Please send me strength. Help didn't come soon enough. I made a date with a man for Friday night. Now, for those of you who may not understand all this stuff, let me explain. See, when you realize you're gay, you don't just suddenly wake up one morning and say, hey, I'm gay, where's all the men? No. And most of us don't, anyway. It takes a little time, in most cases, to accept the fact that these strange longings within you are not just passing fancies, they're not just little feelings that all men have and that they're going to go away. In fact, they're not going to go away. They're not going away, and they are growing. That, in fact, you are a homo, a fruit, a real pervert. Now, in the Mormon Church, if a man has sex with a woman out of wedlock, that is a mortal sin comparable to premeditated murder. So can you imagine the horror I felt when I realized I like men? I'm a faggot who's going to be stuck in outer darkness with murderers and child molesters and people like Judas for all eternity. So Saturday morning, after my date, oh God, I don't know where to begin. And I didn't. Because my date, Brian, he was wonderful. And I knew he couldn't be evil. Now, in the Mormon Church, God is a man. I mean, he's flying up there in heaven somewhere, but he is a flesh and blood man. I plunged in. Now, Heavenly Father, you've been around for quite a while. Well, forever, right? Okay, so, do you mean to tell me that in all that time, you've never been attracted to another man? Huh? I asked him questions like that for a while. And then, then I got into these really bogus plea bargaining attempts. All right, God, if you forgive me for Patty and all the men, I promise you I'll never have sex again, even after I'm married. I told him things like that for a while. And then finally I just started begging him for a sign that he heard me, that he was there, that he existed, because I couldn't keep up with this much longer. I was getting really tired from lack of sleep. My knees were getting really sore from kneeling all the time on this old frayed oriental rug that I'd cut to fit my room. That should have been my first clue right there. I was into decorating at 14. But I realized I would not get a sign because it says in the Doctrine of Covenants, you will not get a sign until you have confessed. So I mustered all my courage. And I went to my bishop, and I told him everything. And now, Emmett, you are special in spirit. And you're being tested. You gotta wake these thoughts out of your head and start thinking manly thoughts. So why did you get on your knees and beg for forgiveness for these deviant sexual cravings? God, if I am special to you and you don't want to lose me, you better come through. I know you're there, God. I do have faith, God. I do have hope. Please, God, and surely at some point you must have gone through a phase. Emma, what the hell are you doing? These prayers aren't getting above the snow. And that was it. That was the last time I attempted to talk to God. There was no turning back. Half the battle was over. I had left the church. Now I had to leave my mother. How it's all late? Did you hear the choir? Oh, I bet. You know, they say if you hear him right there in the tabernacle's like hearing angels. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say, kid, it has been a while. You must have an inch root show by now. You know what they say, how ladies will let the roots go.
No, I can't do it tomorrow. I've got 2 perms. Why? What's going on? Oh, wear your feather hat tomorrow night. That's what they're for. Yes, if your hair's dirty or you've got too many roots, Gillette, those things are lifesavers. And then why don't I see you Thursday at 11? Good. All right, come on in and we'll have a lot of time to gab. That's good. Hey, when did you get back anyhow? Did you make it to the bazaar? Did you have any Sister Chin's tamale pie? God, I love that stuff. No, it's not too hot for me. Hell, I got pepper in my blood or something. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Dorothy's House of Beauty. Melva, hold on, I want to talk to you. Gilletta, I got my daughter Melva on the other line, and I want to... well, that's what I'm going to find out. So I'll see you Thursday at 11. All right, don't be late. All right, dear. I missed you too. Bye-bye. Melva, what? That was Gilletta back from Salt Lake. What? Yes, she heard the choir do the battle hymn of the Republic. Now what happened? Yes, she said, dear, it was heavenly. Now what the hell happened with Paul? Oh, baby, congratulations. Oh, I pray to God this marriage works for you. Don't you screw this one up. Honey, it's so hard to get a good Mormon man. Believe me, I know. But now you can be married in the temple. And you and your boys are going to be sealed together from time and all eternity. I tell you, when I think about it, sometimes I cry. What? Sure, you can wear white. Why not? That's an old wives' tale, Melva. Hell, I wore white several times. I wore hot pink once. You wear what you want. I figure if you're good enough to be married in a holy temple of the Lord, you're darn good. Wait a minute, hold on. What? No, dear, just what's there, the Reader's Digest and Hollywood Secrets. I got Sister Clifford here under the dryer. Well, what? No, dear, I don't have any help. I'm wearing 3 hats around here. I don't know how I'm going. No, I don't want a Mormon girl in here working for me. I don't have anything to hide. I just don't want the whole damn world knowing my business. Thank you. I'd like to be able to have a sip of Coca-Cola or a cigarette once in a while without the whole damn world knowing about it. What? Miss Ruthie? Dear, Miss Ruthie only lasted a few days. Didn't I tell you? No. Well, number 1, she wouldn't come to work for her Jewish home. And evidently, there's a lot of them we didn't know about. Oh, yes. Melva, they have a whole other New Year and everything. And B, she went berserk right here in the shop one day. She just stood up and she yelled out, "I'm tired of hearing about the goddamn Mormon church." You could have heard a pin drop. The bishop's wife was here. And don't you just know, she wasn't under a dryer. And she probably ran right home and told the bishop that I wasn't hiring church members. I don't know. No, I don't know. The bishop. How the hell I'm going to get a temple recommend out of him is more than I can see. He already thinks I'm Satan in high heels. Well, Miss Ruthie went with the singles group to go see that movie. What the hell was that? Gigi! I love that. It's not for kids, though. I don't care, dear. If it is a musical, you know what it's about, don't you? That's right. No, I just don't want someone in here who could damage my Mormon clientele, all right? So, I let her go, that's all. No, I told her I needed someone who could do touch-up and color work, and that is true. All right? What? The singles group. Oh, dear, the singles group is all right, I suppose. There's no big catch in there. The only one under 60 is Brother Claridge, and he might as well be 60. He's about as much fun as a turd in a punch bowl. Joking, dear. I'm joking. He's very nice. Wayne? Wayne doesn't count. Because he's a pansy, that's why. You can take my word for it. Yes, I'm smoking. No, I'm by the vent, all right, I'm by the vent. I know I should, dear, and I would quit if I thought we were going to get a family recommend, but well, we have all got to do our temple work soon, dear, before your grandmother dies, if we're ever going to get sealed for time and all eternity. I intend to quit when the time comes. Don't you put it all on me. You get yourself together, little miss. All right, now, but don't get like that. Oh, shush. Oh, now. Hey, the owner of the liquor store. The owner of the liquor store came in here 2 days ago. Now, he is a cat. Yeah, he kind of gives me the creeps with that one missing finger, but I don't care. And the way he looked at me, No, that's not the owner, that's the clerk. That's not the... Wait a minute, hold on. What? No, dear, 30 minutes minimum. Oh, you're not burning. Well, we have to suffer to be beautiful, don't we? Oh, she is a pain in the egg. What was I talking about? Huh? Oh, the owner of the liquor store. Now, he came in here and I thought, I wanted to, dear, but I don't want to come on too strong for him, for goodness. Well, Melva, what would you do if he came in here to borrow a pleasure? This is a place of business. Oh, you are so low. I don't know where you get it. Well, listen, I guess I prefer the supple approach, okay? What are you laughing at? I guess after 8 marriages, I don't need advice on how to get a man, thank you very much. Well, look at the 2 losers you started with. Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I'm sorry. Now, but I said I apologize. I was wrong. I shouldn't have said it. I was wrong and you were right, all right? Melba, will you... Hey. Have you talked to your grandmother lately? No, she knows I can't get down there. This... God damn it! Every Chrysler product I've ever had is overheated. Now she lives in the desert. I was a fool to give up that Rambler. Well, let's face it, that whole marriage is just a big pile of junk anyway. I know how the hell I ever... Wait a minute, hold on. Dorothy's House of Beauty. Yes, she is. One moment. Margaret? I'm sorry. She's under the dryer now. May I tell... is this Brother Clifford? Well, hi! Yes, it is. How are you? Well, I'm real good, thank you. Listen, may I tell her you called and have her get back? At home. Oh, all right. I'll tell her. All right. Oh, hey. How about that beach party Saturday? Yeah, well, you sure look good up there playing volleyball. Hey, I had to stop watching the game after a while. I kept burning my marshmallows. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got up for a little while, but I can't be bouncing around in the sand like that, like all you fellas. I mean, as it was, the next morning when I got out of bed, I could hardly move. Well, I think a good time was had by all. So I'll tell her you called and have her get back to you. Oh, you apologize for... Oh, you can call your own wife here, for goodness sake, don't you be silly. Hey, if I was busy, I wouldn't be talking to you, would I? All right. Well, I'll see you sometime, I guess. I'll probably see you Sunday sometime. Good. All right. Bye-bye. Oh, Melvin, that was Brother Clifford. He has such a deep voice. You and me both. Oh, I think he's... What? At the Cliffords? You were there Saturday night? How many were there? Oh. No, I'm just... It sounds like you had a nice time, dear. I'm just wondering why Margaret didn't mention it to you. Well, about me? Son of a bitch, Milda. I wish you wouldn't talk to people about my marriages. No, but I'm not proud of them either, you know. What? Oh. What did everybody say when she announced the grand total? What do you mean they just gasped? You mean nobody said anything? Margaret said something, but what did Margaret say? No, dear, it's all right. What did she say? I must have a golden watch. Bitch, that bitch. Well, it is not funny. She calls herself a Christian. Melda, maybe I have been married too many times, and maybe I made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I don't care. To talk that way behind somebody's back is a lot worse than me having one little scar. Wait a minute, hold on. What? All right, I'll check it. I got it. Oh, she's burning. I gotta go. Paul, you're gonna have the priesthood in your home. Maybe I screwed up my life, but you and Emmett are gonna be married in the temple. And I ought to let her sit there until she creeps. You wanna bet I wouldn't? All right, dear, I gotta go. I know how the hell I'm gonna get that thin little snatch of hair of hers up in a page fluff. She's almost bald. I'm gonna be teasing and spraying here till 6 o'clock. Shut up, goodbye.
I held the priesthood, and because I did, I was the one ray of hope for my whole family. I'm the one who was going to pave the way into the celestial kingdom for time and all eternity. So how was I going to tell them they just lost their ray? Hey, everybody, I'm queer and I'm dumping the church. I'd have to think about that one for a while.
Emmett, come here. I got something important to ask you. Do you think you could manage in this house alone? Dick has asked me to marry him and move into his trailer with him in Torrance. Emmett, we're adults. There are certain things I don't want flaunted in Dick's face. He doesn't know how many times I've been married, and he doesn't have to know. So you just keep your mouth shut, all right? Good. Don't really love him. After 8 marriages, he got married for love, but he is my one last chance at financial security. I'm not getting any younger. And I'm going to sell the shop. I don't care if I never see another head of hair again. Dorothy's House of Beauty's going to be history.
So, as she left with husband number 9 for her trailer,
oh, honey, don't worry. You're surrounded by people who love you. You got brother and sister Claridge across the street. You got sister Chin right next door.
but love turned to fear as I turned into Satan's puppet before my neighbor's eyes. I had discovered the theater. And after my 3rd week in a row of missing priesthood meeting, it became shockingly clear to them all. You see those weirdos over there from that playhouse? Over there at Emmett's, yeah. Well, I don't care what you say, that one over there in the yellow Bonneville's queer $3 bill. I told the kids to stay away from over there. Yeah, I think so. I think that Emmett is an actor. Word reached my mother, and I soon discovered that she, my grandmother, and my sister Melba were all praying and fasting for me. Well, years went by, and my mother made a few surprise visits on me and met some of my friends. And I thought, okay, at least I don't have to tell her I'm gay. I mean, she can see for herself what my life is like. And in fact, I invited her to a cast party I was having one night, and she was the last one to leave. But first thing the next morning, the phone rang. Do you realize, dear, there wasn't one church member at your party last night? As long as I was a good Mormon, she was a good mother. No, I had a good time, and I didn't mind the beer. People are free agents. But just remember, dear, when you lie down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. Mother, I have to take responsibility for my life and do things that are right for me. Where'd you get these ideas? Certainly not the church. Mother, there are places to get ideas other than the church. Oh, yeah? Suppose your friends John and Eddie have been filling your head with these things. I got news for you, Emmett. They're pansies. You're so naive. Don't you know if you socialize with these men, they're gonna try to get you to go to clubs in Hollywood. And then they're gonna try to get you to dance with them. And then they're gonna try for more. Now, Emmett, I don't have all the answers. All I know is that your personality has changed ever since you left the church. You used to be so sweet and you had such lovely qualities, but now you don't talk to me. You never used to keep secrets from me. All right, hey, I'm not gonna go on, but you just remember this. There is a point of no return. And if you have disgraced your priesthood, our entire family will not gain entrance to the celestial kingdom for time and all eternity, and that won't be a picnic! I thought that would be the end of her for a while, but the next morning she showed up at my door. Emma dear, I've talked with Bishop Sheets, and he's going to arrange for you to have a Mormon roommate. He's even begun interviewing those returned missionaries. Oh, really? Why, are they looking for a gay roommate? Damn it, that's not funny! Mother, what do you want from me? You want me to be honest with you? You want me to be open? I'm gay. You never were very heavy-bearded. You're not gay. You're not gay. You just think you are. I mean, I know you're not like a big football player or something, but that doesn't mean you want to go to bed with men. Oh, honey, there's nothing wrong with your hormones, that's all. You should have known. I should have known the way you held the glass. And I keep telling you, men do not wave like that. Oh, honey, you're just going through something. You can't. What about Patty? What about Patty? You used to like Patty. Don't you tell your grandmother, it would kill her. Now, you know she's not going to leave you any of her money. Why not if nobody's going to tell her? Oh, she'll find out somehow. Hello, it's Grandma! Hello, dear! Oh, I'm so surprised to find you home. I've been trying to get you all week, and you haven't answered. Rehearsing? Oh, you're in another show. Oh, you're in another class. Oh, well, that's good. The idol ring is the Devil's Playground. Well, good. Emmett, I'm calling to wish you a happy birthday. Yeah, well, I was going to send you a card, and I kept procrastinating until it was too late, and I didn't want you to think I forgot. Never put off until tomorrow, which you can do today. Otherwise, you'll find yourself making long-distance phone calls instead of sending birthday cards. Oh, dear. I'm good, Emmett. I'm fine. I love the desert. It's cooling off at nights real fast now, but I don't care. I just love. Oh, did I tell you? I don't have the garbage pail anymore. No, I just throw it out back in the coyotes, get it? Yes! Oh, dear. Now, Emmett, when are you going to get your big break? Huh? I just know when they see you, they're going to want to put you on a TV show. Equity waiver? Oh, yes, those plays you do for no pay. Yes. Well, dear, I think you can only do that for so long.
Now wait, I read here in People magazine, they had an interview with this, one of those Angels girls. Yes, she said, commercials. See, that way you get your income coming in, and you get your face known. You see, so then you do your Broadway show or your TV show or what have you. See? Well, where there's a will, there's a way. I know you. Well, yes, I'm sure it is a tough road to hoe, Emmett, and yes, dear, but it was your decision too. Of course, you know, you could have been out here making money hand over fist in real estate. But yes, well, and you do have your self-respect, dear, and I guess that's the most important thing. Money is the root of all evil. I have to remind myself of that one sometimes. Oh, dear. Your mother is furious with your Uncle Floyd. Well, her ward had one of those potluck barbecues, and she wanted to go. So I picked up your Uncle Floyd, and we drove into that smoggy hellhole. And we got there. And Floyd started talking to some people about your mother's marriages. Yes, oh dear. Well, he said to her in front of a lot of people, he said, so, who's your next victim going to be? Oh, yes, she cried and cried and cried. Well, she's so touchy about her marriages. I tell her, laugh when the world laughs with you. Cry and cry alone. Dear, where did I go wrong with your mother? No, honey, she'll go on to number 10, 11, 12. The only thing that'll stop her is death itself. She wants a Mormon man, so that she can taste it. And she deserves a good man, and she's a lovely lady. She has beautiful, good qualities about her. But you know that jewelry she wears? Junk. And she wears it to attract a man. I feel it's a deterrent to any decent man. And your sister Melba's doing the same thing as far as her taste in clothes goes. But you see, Melba is younger. She can get away with it. Your mother's not the spring chicken anymore. Emmett, dear, I noticed that when you were here around Christmas time, you looked awfully thin. Well, you did. And I thought of something that might be of some help. Now use it wisely. Ovaltine. Well, do you remember when it first came out? Well, I do. On the label, they had a picture of a skinny, scrawny kid on a scale being weighed. Well, that's what they made it to begin with, to help you gain weight. So I think if you take some between meals, you'll put on some pounds. But don't use it as a substitute for meals, Emmy. You must have 3 full, round meals a day. You are what you eat. Mm-hmm. Well, oh, kid, I had such a scare the other day. Oh, let me tell you. What happened? I woke up, and I looked in the mirror, and I was yellow. My skin was yellow, and the whites of my eyes were yellow. Well, I thought I had some horrible jaundice or something, so I went straight away to Dr. Hart-Browne, and he told me, well, to make a long story short, I just got my juicer. I had too much carrot juice. No. He said it wasn't dangerous. I should just take it easy with the juicer. I love that thing. But, of course, you know, moderation in all things. Dear, let me tell you about our health cocktails. Well, I get together with some of the ladies in the Palm Springs ward, and we have what we call our cocktail parties. Well, let me tell you, we take a raw calf's liver and a ripe red tomato, and we liquefy that in the blender. Then we pour it into cocktail glasses, and we put a little fresh ground pepper on top, and then we toast ourselves to health. Yes. Well, there is no vitamin you can take that has that much iron, that many minerals. Yes, Sister Bernice has a little trouble with it. She gags quite a little bit. She doesn't. She drinks the drink because she realizes the value of it. But I think you should try it. All right, do what you like, Emmett, but I haven't been sick in probably 20 years now, so I must be doing something right. All right. Good for you. Did the landlord pay for the paint? No, but I think if you did the painting, he should have paid for the paint. No, I don't think that's wild, Emmett. I like real colors. Well, you know, I did the living room here last spring. Yeah. No, I got on the ladder and I did the living room. Yes. I was careful, but I moved pretty slow, you know. But busy hands are happy hands. And I did it in the light green. I never get tired of that, and it's so peaceful. And I did it in the high gloss. Now, I know lots of people don't like gloss in the living room. I don't care. I got the highest gloss they make. I like the shine. And besides, it is so easy to clean. Really, all you do is take a little sponge and you wipe it off. And before you know it, wait a minute. Queenie, no, dear, no. I swear that cat is going to ruin my couch. I bought her a brand new scratching pole and she won't go near it. All right, dear, I should go. And fix my supper. No, I made a nice cabbage slaw tonight. I was finally able to get those dark rabbits away from my back long enough to get myself a decent crop this year. And I think it'll be just delicious. And then before we go, I'm going to be a nagging grandma. Well, I am. Now, dear, how long has it been since you've been to church? A while, y'all. Emmett, you hold the priesthood of Jesus Christ, and that holds some responsibilities. Oh, good. Never stop praying just because you stop going to church, and never underestimate the power of prayer. Dear, I pray, as you know, to the good Lord every night. I pray for two things especially. One, that he'll give your mother the strength to stop her smoking. And two, that you will one day become an active member of this church again. No, good, and then never stop living the word of wisdom. No, Queenie, no, dear, no. And dear, I know about people, I've heard about people in New York, and I've heard about people in the theater, and I realize that probably most of your friends smoke and drink. Now, I feel that you can work with these people and you can socialize with them, but you don't have to do those things to your body. And, I'm not naive, I know about sex. Emmett, keep it special. Don't just give it away for a cheap thrill. Cast your pearls before swine. Find someone special. Don't care who. But don't have relations with them unless they're special to you. And remember, it's better to give than to receive. I wish someone had told your grandfather that. I think I've preached to you long enough. Besides, no use making the phone company rich, right? All right, dear. Oh, Emmett, they're finding that coffee for your digestion is one of the worst things. Oh, you know that. Oh, all right. All right, good. Now, Emmett, call your mother tomorrow and she needs to hear from you. Good. All right, dear. And don't forget to get on your knees once in a while. That's what I like to hear. All right, dear, it's been lovely talking to you. And have a happy, happy birthday. Oh. I love you too, you know that. Bye-bye. Mm.